Yeah, see, that's hot to me.
Oh, really?
You're crazy.
Oh, okay.
That's too hot for me. Miguel loves
I
it
don't
too.
do it, but like,
Really?
that's a perfect. That's a perfect.
What are you making dashes with?
I make my own hot sauce.
Oh,
Oh, hot sauce.
And I add like smoke flavor to it and stuff. And what I do is like, I have two kinds. I have like a jalapeno kind, and I put them in a bowl of oil and stuff like that. Then I put it on the grill, and then I roast them, and then put them in a bowl and cover it up plastic, let it cool down, and it steams the skin off, the burnt skin. So I get rid of that, and then you got roasted jalapeno, right? And then I'll saute the onions, and then I'll take minced garlic, and then I'll put fresh herbs in it, and then like liquid smoke in it, and then what else? I think what else? I don't have to set it down good, and then a little bit of water, and then I just puree the hell out of it until it comes down to like nothing, and then I put it. I'll strain it twice and then put it in there. It's really good. The green stuff, the jalapeno one, I like the most. Not put out on anything like kind of salsa verde, but then I make the kind out of like cayenne peppers and like some habanero. That's what she has and she likes it.
basically, if you work with JR, he's like, you want a bottle of hot sauce? You want a bottle of hot sauce? So we
when I
all have
make
JR's hot sauce.
Yeah, and I have a Uzi bottle. And I have
He has
my,
like the branding too.
yeah, and I have my own little, heat miser brand.
Yes.
How you doing?
Hey guys.
This is Karan.
So maybe when you guys start, you can all just start by saying and spelling your names for us and like your relation to this case. Just
Can
so
you
we
all
have
get up on the
information.
step, or do you want me to come?
We can move
You
that.
wanna move it? I can move it some little
Yeah,
further.
we don't want you in the street. That's not a very busy one, but yeah.
And can you just first just state your name and then your relationship and then spell it so we get it correct?
Sure.
Thank you.
Guys,
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, my name is Damika Davis, DAMICA, I am the mother of Robert Davis. And this press conference is a couple questions that I have for the city of Philadelphia. And first, I would like to thank you guys for coming out and doing this press conference. I ask for a moment of silence to be observed for those affected in this case, in similar situations. The silent prayer for all the person and the families involved in this situation. The objective of this press conference is not solely about my son, Robert Davis, but it's about the truth, about the evidence that they found in Josh Cooper's phone that I would like for it to be exposed. My son will be judged next week, this court date on the 10th, 9 o'clock at the Federal Court Building downtown. And I just have a couple questions. I just have a couple questions and comments for the police chief of Philadelphia and the mayor and any organization that was involved with Josh Cooper. Question number one, why hasn't Josh Cooper's phone and computer data been released to the public? Why is there minimal media coverage on the evidence that could reveal critical information about Cooper's interactions with minors? You know, he's a public figure, they should make that public for the public to. Why has the Philadelphia DA's office not disclosed disturbing messages, photos, videos found in Cooper's phone? Why has the narrative, Robert breaking into Josh's home, has not been, excuse me. Yeah. Like I said, why is the Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner not being held accountable for withholding critical evidence? Why is this trial not being held during, why is it being held during Pride Month? They had January, February, March, they could have did this court hearing any other day, but they chose to pick Pride Month. I don't know why they did that. I just had questions about that and never answered those questions either. I feel like it's a conflict of interest. Why hasn't the FBI stepped in to retrieve and investigate the confiscated items from Josh Cooper's residence and from his phone? Why is this case not being treated with the urgency and the transparency it deserves, considering the potential impact on both the LGBTQ and the black communities? Why is the media silent about Josh's troubled past and the serious allegations against him? Why hasn't there been a public reaction of the statements that Robert was homeless, that he was, he was in a situation as a child. As a child, me and my family, we were homeless. So, I always made it my point in my business to never let my children become homeless. So I don't know why that narrative is still out there that he was homeless. He wasn't. He had a family that loves him very much. Why hasn't the media addressed the fact that Josh Kruger kept my son high on drugs and exploited him for sexual purposes? Why is there a lack of transparency and accountability for the media and the conglomerates and the law enforcement in this case? Why hasn't there been more thorough investigation into Josh Kruger's connections and activities with this organization involved in the fact that he was in this organization, he's messing around with minors, multiple minors, not just my son. They found other minors in his phone that they're keeping silent. Last question, why is there such a stark disparity on how justice is served, particularly concerning black males in the community? And in this case, it's not just about the individuals, but about ensuring that the system that's placed to protect victims, regardless of their backgrounds and circumstances. The silence from the media, conglomerates, law enforcement, and other key stakeholders from October 2023 till March 2024 is defending, especially related to black males who have been sexually assaulted and ultra-criminalized. The lack of response is telling, and we hope you show and will amplify these critical questions and we seek the truth. Final note, the case is bigger than the conviction of my son, Robert Davis. As his mother, I want to champion the cause that no other child, no teenager, no pre-adult is legally molested, drugged, exploited, traumatized, and have to sit in prison for 15 to 30 years on account of their actions due to what this man did to them, trying to blackmail him, basically. We must avoid the disappearance of the evidence. That's the whole point of this press conference. I don't want the evidence that they found in this man's phone just to get swept under the rug, and no one knows exactly what he's done to other children, not just my child. He's harmed multiple children. They had the evidence, and instead of providing us with the evidence, they rather just lock my son up for 15 to 30 years and close the case and not even do any kind of investigation on this man and his actions and what part he played, what role he played in harming multiple kids in our community. And I mean, I have a problem with it.
Tell us a little bit more about how your son met Josh and kind
As
of
far
how
as
old he was and what happened.
My name's Karan Davis.
Say and spell your first and last name.
First name is Karan, last name Davis, Quran, and from what my knowledge is,
Oh, sorry, what's your relationship to him?
I'm his older brother. What my knowledge is, Josh Kruger tried to reach out through the Jack app, Grindr, those gay dating websites. Myself included, he reached out to me multiple times.
How old were you and your brother first?
When he reached out to me, I was about 17, 18.
Your brother?
He was about 15, 16. So around the time that everything conspired was the time that it was about 4 or 5 years. He was trying to figure out basically what was going on.
What was happening during that time? What was Josh doing?
Josh wasn't like present, but at first we didn't know it was him until
Right, because he lied to us, told us that he was dealing with a female.
he was logged onto my phone one day, didn't log out, and I saw Josh's Instagram text my over. It was in hidden messages, and it was basically saying like, "Hey, when you come over, this, that, and third," and that led to me finding him on Jack also.
And so I want to make sure that I understand. Are you saying that when you and your brother were minors, Josh Kruger approached you in an inappropriate way?
He sent multiple messages insisting like, "Hey, I want a link here, come over," basically inciting like that's what he wanted us to do.
I'm
designer
yeah, she was buying
things.
all these designer things and stuff like that. So my thing is like, he's the director of a program that has $34.5 million. That he's, you know, he's supposed to be giving to the public.
Do you want to step into the mic? Sorry.
Yeah, he's supposed to be giving to the public for people that has HIV and stuff like that. This program he has. So my thing is, was he using any of these funds
For the actual,
for providing these kids and all the designer stuff that he was required?
Was there physical interaction in exchange for those gifts, or did it all stay online?
yes, physical interactions. He had
Sexual
to-
interaction.
Yes, sexual interactions definitely was part of it. I'm John Mayer Miles, I'm his best friend. Robert's like nothing little brother can do.
I actually took him
What-
in my home because his mother put him out because of his sexual status. So it was a lot said.
And the time of me moving.
I'm sorry. Can you introduce yourself? Like say and spell your name and.
I'm sorry. I'm John Mayer Miles, JAMIRMILES. I'm Karan's best friend. Robert's like another little brother to me. And within them times of we both would realize certain things because they was always close. Robert was literally attached. Like, there was never they, Karan goes somewhere, he would go.
He loves his brother.
And as his attitude started to change, we would just, like, we didn't know what it was at first. And then we would find certain substances that the whole, I won't say substances, but that community uses what we call poppers. That, I don't even know how they explain it, but it gets you high. And we had found one in the house at the time. So from that, I didn't really, we don't use that type of product. Nothing at all. So for us to find it, we were confused and like who was in the house using it because we're the only two LGBTQ community people in the house. So we were confused at first. And from that time, in my head, I didn't really know what to feel. I was combining Quran at first, and I didn't just jump on my mom. Let's move in. Where is mom supposed to? But I didn't want to insert myself in all that, but I was trying to make sure he still pulled out of something. And as Quran said, as time went on, when he logged on his phone, that's when we began to find out he was actually listening. I didn't even know he lived this close to our house.
And that was
Literally
another
around
thing.
the
We
corner.
didn't know that
He
he
would
was this close.
back and forth within
He
like,
looked in school and stuff like that.
even if
We
he was
tried to
going
find
for
out
a
what
couple
he was
hours, but
He's
back and
coming
forth
around
within
here.
5 minutes because he lived right there. He would always tell us that the person, the female in the quote that he was going to lived about 2-3 blocks away, right on Point Breeze. But we never knew that was directly up the street from our house.
He was coming home and his dad said he was saying was from his
Yeah.
and you believe it was him.
Yes, he came home off of substances sometimes as well.
Like what kind of substances do you allege?
Like you said, we really didn't know what he was in. He would just come home
Yeah,
and we had to deal with him because
Really,
he would be
his clothes on it,
like,
like,
he would be violent.
yeah, we could see that, like, you can tell that he was clearly off of something. Is that the way his attitude was? That's not like
Do you know if like those poppers aligned with what was found inside Joshua Mills' home? Like,
yeah, because they found,
They found a lot
hard
of
drugs
stuff
in his house.
but they kept quiet about a lot of stuff that they found in his house.
Have you spoke with the DA or Krasner or
That's the
anyone?
problem I have is no one has spoken to me about anything.
Have you
Yes.
reached out? No one's gotten back
I've
to
reached
you?
out to multiple. I've reached out to multiple people. That's why I had to get my brother involved, and that's why you guys are here now. My brother actually helped put this together. So I've been trying to reach out to everyone to let everybody know what's going on, and no one has contact.
What kind of person was your son? I mean, what character? Describe like what he liked and.
He was just a loving, fun kid, like a regular
He was
kid.
fond of anime one day.
He loves anime. Like he loves hanging with his friends. He loves hanging with his brother. He loved dancing. He loved music. He tried to.
He's in
He
my
wanted to
childish
rap.
behavior.
Like yeah, he wanted to be a little rapper. He tried to do that. That didn't work out. Like
He
everything
had a
that
lot
he
of
tried to
ambition
do.
for many things.
Right.
He just didn't
He
know.
just couldn't stay focused because we didn't know. Like I said, we didn't know he was being introduced to all of these drugs at such a young age. So this is why he could never stay focused on one thing. He was just always jumping around.
so what happened on that night of that raucous altar? Like, what is he talking about?
If you're speaking, if you can just step into the
So
center, please.
I was in Miami. I was out there for like a whole year and a half when all of this went down. I came back once. You know, the murder charge and everything. I came back home.
Because he was in the hospital for a good minute, so he wasn't feeling too well. Like,
Right, because we had to deal with him.
didn't get into anything physical,
I'm
but
saying no. I'm
more
being
so
short
his,
that.
his conversation wasn't stable. It was just going from
Conversation
one
was all over the
topic to
place.
another topic to this topic to himself to me to other things. It was just all over the place,
As far as I
and
know,
you could see in the eyes if it's someone sober or not.
as far as we know, he came home angry about something, but he was also high off something, so that probably enhanced what was going on. After that, his older brother did try to defuse the situation. But
That's
by that
Jalen, my
point,
son Jalen.
He tried to diffuse everything because I had texted his phone and tell him like, hey, I'm not in my best strength right now. Robert's aggravating me, you know how I get. So he came in, they had their little kerfuffle, and then I was told to basically call the cops because he wouldn't come here. And that's when they came and detained him.
So, what sort of drugs do you think he was on in that moment and he'd been introduced to throughout this time? Because poppers, even though it is sort of this drug use and
After I
LGBT
talked to him,
like poppers is legal.
after I talked to him, he let me know what drugs he was taking. Meth, cocaine, heroin. It's the drug that he was giving to my 15, 16, 17. They were messing for a few years.
So how old is your son now?
He's 20 now.
Okay, so you allege that they have been in a
February.
relationship for about 5-ish years.
yeah, at least
Yeah,
since he was like
Since
15,
he was
16.
15.
Okay.
But that night, the night you're talking about him being agitated, was that when he come over to Josh's house after that?
He
and then with her?
actually left that night, and then he came right back.
More than
Within
likely,
like
yeah.
5 minutes, he came right back. 'Cause
Yeah,
like I
like
said, he
something.
came in angry or something like that.
Does that seem like that's when everything
That's
happened?
right. Right. And come to find out, the reason why he was angry and disgruntled because Josh had some images of him on his laptop that he said he wanted to expose. If my son didn't participate in this bestiality, he wanted him to do something strange with Adam. And my son said, I can't do it. I can't do it.
So that,
And that, he said, I lost it. That's Jesus' words. He said, I lost it. That's when he said,
He showed you this after the fact, like in your conversations with him,
Right.
obviously. Okay.
And
The last we heard was that he was going to plead guilty, so I was just curious if he walked you through the times that as to why he was going to that plea, that was that the discussion with the attorney, or
the reason why he said he wanted to let the girls back.
They could have went about it.
He definitely, he understood that he could have went about it if he would have, like he said, he blacked out. He was arrested. You know, so he wants to be able to take responsibility for what he's done. Now, I respect him immensely. But,
sorry, go on.
you know, I'm saying I commend him for that. I just really wish that there was something else in place where as though he didn't have to serve 15 to 30 years for protecting himself. Because I wasn't there, his brothers wasn't there protecting him. He definitely had to protect himself.
it seems like there's a bigger message here, protecting vulnerable people.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
It is.
And that's the message that I really want to spread because, like I said, I mean, she's out of a son and I'm out of a son as well. But all of this could have been avoided if hurt people didn't hurt people. I guess because he was hurt. Apparently, this is what his brother reached out to us and said that my brother was very damaged. My brother was hurt, so that's probably why he hurt his son. And he apologized for his brother's behavior.
And so, were they still in a relationship during the time of the murder? Were they broken up, or they were?
As
they
far
were
as I
ongoing the
know,
whole time?
they were in their still in a relationship. That's how
Okay.
we found out about everything.
And he just didn't want to do what Josh was proposing. Okay.
Yes.
And so, what do you think? You know, it's obviously a very unfortunate circumstance, but what do you think would be a fair and just, I guess, consequence for your son in this case?
No, I do believe he tried to serve some time, but I feel like he never got a chance to deal with his mental issues that initially started him wanting to see out. Because his thing was he wanted to know his real father. He wanted a father figure. He never had that. He had his father, but that's not his biological father. reach out to somebody. He just wanted to be taught how to be a man. That was his thing. I want to be a man. I want to be a father figure. And he
It's
didn't
like a
get that.
traditional type of.
He was a man's man. Like he was, yeah, he wanted to be a provider. He wanted to do everything that men's supposed to do.
So what do you think would be a fair and just?
And I think would be him getting the mental help that he needs and that he deserves. He deserves to get his mental. He needs to get on some kind of drug treatment. You just can't take somebody that's been on drugs for all these years and then stick them in prison. In prison, you can still get drugs. You can still get molested. A lot of things still happen to you in prison. So I just don't see how that going to help the situation. You just want to have another person.
Affected,
Is he addicted to any drug, or do you think he was just using it recreationally?
No, I believe he has an addiction to it because he was out here.
To which drug?
He was on meth, cocaine, heroin. Those are all addictive drugs. So, and he drink alcohol, so it's like, smoke weed, so it's like, he got a lot that he needs to deal with. Instead of just sitting in jail, not dealing with it, like, I prefer those who need some kind of drug rehab and some kind of medical. Because he dealt with someone manipulating him for 5, 6 years. I know it's been others, because that's what his defense team was letting me know when they went into the phone, how much evidence they found. They found a lot of disturbing images, a lot of disturbing evidence. And that's why my problems are, you found all of this evidence. Why hasn't it been released? Why are you holding on to this evidence? Who are you trying to cover? Like, who are you covering up? Who else was involved? It's more than just him. Like I said, he was the director of a program that had $34.5 million that he was in charge of, him and another woman. So why hasn't even none of that been public? Why do I have to do the research and find out all of this on my own? Like, I thought that's what their job was, to release all the evidence that y'all find so y'all can go after who else was involved. Because clearly see it's more than just one child that was involved.
Think it's gonna be a fair trial?
Not really, because all the evidence is not being presented. And the fact that, like I said, you guys are having an inquiry, Mark, it's just kind of like conflicting to
It's not just Pride Month, it's men's mental health awareness month also.
right.
Robert identified as
I think that's what he was probably,
It was I say that right,
that was,
term struggle.
right, because he know that I accepted his brother and his friends. It's like, why would you be able, and me and Robert had conversations all the time. We talk
Even
about the
conversations?
numbers and stuff like that, so.
I believe he tried to talk to us, but like in a type of camouflage way. We wouldn't know what he was talking about, but us being us, we understood it. It just wasn't very straightforward. So he did it.
He didn't really know if it was, his final playing cards. It's basically still
Figuring himself out.
Trying to figure this out.
Here it is.
Anything else you wanna say with an answer?
I think I said what I wanted to say. I really do appreciate you guys showing up today.
You guys good? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. It doesn't have to be only
No. I actually tried to look. When I went to go look, his account wasn't on there anymore. It wiped to me right off. Days prior,
The app
right
is
before.
called.
Yes. He was also on Grindr.
It's Lady Grinder. Okay.
Most very probably.
Young kids.
But like they don't have age restrictions.
No,
Like, when
it's
basically
It
just
like
put
more porn.
Andrew
Oh,
Johnson.
Just say
right.
I'm 18.
Right, right. And lie. Yeah.
And there's a lot of these don't know that. See somebody look at them, they're not 21, they're not 16, they're not 16.
Not exposing any of the evidence.
It's more than just a couple. It's a bunch of them. I've still been a couple of nights, just grind, I'm just going to Grindr,
But you don't want to talk about
Instagram, Twitter,
the reason the
Snapchat,
person
a lot.
that
I ignore it. It's not even what I'm on. A lot of older people. Probably already. Not just me.
should out to the public as to understands why he's alive.
You guys have worked with
So accepting
But I only have one photo.
I figured, you know, if you guys find like the screenshots, back roll, like your computer or hard drive or whatever, you know, photos, like just, or, you know, I have my AirDrop on right now, so if you guys want to send anything right now.
I'm not just one. I would have to go to my Superman store.
Yeah. This is Karen's one.
especially if they're just going to skip it.
I'm just trying to.
I'm not saying I see you. I don't see you.
Kids in this house. I was with other kids. I don't know if they even contacted the parents of those other kids that they found.
And if I find any more, I'll send it.
Let's do it.
Positive.
I just figured out.
They're specific.
Yeah, I was like, or if you don't mind giving us your help, multiple hints.
Okay.
Disturbed.
Your name was
Quran.
Quran.
URAN. And my number is 267
My name is Denise.
8810.
Of the evidence, yes. No, I just want people to know what kind of person Josh was and the fact that our district attorney is trying to cover up evidence as opposed to releasing evidence so people can get on judgment and people can do their own investigation. This person and whoever else is involved.
Thank you. And I just got the text. I'll
He's
see you.
involved with the mayor, he's friends with the mayor of Philadelphia, he's friends with a lot of big people in the city. So that's what makes me think that they want to sweep this under the rug because they want to protect the big dogs of the city.
I know it's your son. You got pictures of me. I got pictures of all the country posts on the first report.
My son just, he just wanted to just go with it. So he was like, I did it. He said, I did it. You don't need it. He just wants to show his honest guilt. What he did. Doesn't say. I accept it. I want to come and do that. I'm sorry that he had to protect himself. I wasn't there to protect him. If I was here, and I knew what was going on, it would have been a whole thing.
What happens next? Is there a sentencing or a
The sentencing is next week, next month. Well, this month.
I might want to just call your son's attorney. It's a public defender.
The public defense.
And again, about how no matter how I look over and over,
Yeah.
the only thing.
Green was in Outland. It came out. Jamir.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
That's
sorry, I'm from WHOY. I just want to make sure I got everybody's name and everything. Tell me your name.
John Miramons, JAMIRMILES.
Great. And how are you connected to?
Karan is my best friend, and Robert just another little piece of his.
Yeah. Okay. And you wanted to be out here today to sort of because you want the public to know.
Well, that's because the story they put out was not completely accurate. Not, he was not homeless. He didn't just break into this man's house. He literally left him in the house. He was able, he was in a relationship. So, and also the things that happened, he was, I don't want to use the word trouble, but he did have his own internal issues that he was dealing with. And him dealing with this man, adding on top of the substances he was giving him, and even using
I know,
money
you're good
and
about that.
luxurious things to basically pull him in to keep him longer. I didn't even know about the STI before. I may have forgotten. I do have a little epilepsy, so sometimes I have my seizures and I forget things. But even adding on to that, he has done it. I won't say he's made Robert do a lot of things he most likely did not want to do. Felt like he had to because he wanted to provide for his family. That was one of the main things he will always voice about. He could not provide for his mom or to or help his brothers the way he wanted to because he wanted everybody to have everything he needed. So I believe that was his main purpose of even trying to deal with this man because even while he was doing it, he was still doing it like putting food in the house here and there. Because we're not really doing what he did. As time went on, we figured it out. But he wasn't really. He wasn't a bad person. Him doing this is what caused his attitude to become deranged and stuff like this. Like, for example, poppers. Even though people said they're illegal, that stuff is, from what I can see, meth and things like that, he also provided him with that from my knowledge. Because he was, like I said, he had conversations with me, but he wouldn't disclose it.
Let me just ask you. So you're not expecting like I heard that he taken a plea already, so he's in jail for a certain amount of time. You're not expecting that to change. You're more like want the world to know that it's not just a simple shooting. It was like there was things going on.
It was basically wrong on top of wrong. It's like it's not a right versus wrong or wrong versus right. Both sides are wrong.
You're trying to defend your friend in public, basically.
Yeah. I don't want him to be seen like, oh, he just killed his wife. He was a DL black man. That is a very big image people like to use, and that was not the case. It was more so he was on substance. He tried to get him to do something that he finally realized he did not want to even deal with this anymore, and it led to something far worse than he could have.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time. Which house is it?
I honestly do not know. Come on. What house is it? Is it this one?
We were given that address, but somebody said it's what
And that's my thing. I wanted it to come out before something. But when I sure I know after the court date, that's they could tell me.
You too.
Nice to meet you.
I was on live.
I'm perfect. Wait, I can do serious.
Got the whole crew out here. I appreciate them coming out.
Send it to Shanique.